iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Talk a little fantasy baseball today, maybe a little fantasy football. We'll just have to see what we can get ourselves into. But today what I wanted to do was to go down and give you some names of underperforming players and discuss what we should do with them, because I think that's everybody's biggest problem at the end of the first month. Hey, Dr. Roto, Trevor Story is hitting 160. What do I do? Do you cut Trevor Story? No. He's got 6 home runs, right? I mean, I expect more RBIs from him. I expect a few more stolen bases from him. I certainly expect him to hit 260. So what am I going to do with him? I'm going to hold him. What am I going to do with Anthony Rizzo? He's hitting 234 with 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. I'm going to hold him. Now, conversely, if I was in somebody's league who had Story and Rizzo, and those guys were frustrated with them, do you know what I would do? I'd try to trade for them. Roned Odor, the dude's hitting 196. But we know how good he can be. Andrew McCutchen, hitting 235 with 5 home runs at 15 RBIs. You want to cut him? I don't think you do. Hunter Renfroe's hitting 212. Now, what do I do with Hunter Renfroe? He's interesting. Would I cut him? Probably not. Not if I was in a keeper league or a dynasty league. If I was in a redraft league, I might. Because I might just say, you know what? This isn't Renfroe's year. Maybe it's next year. The 212 is killing me. The guy's got 10 RBIs in 113 games. That means he's on pace for about 60 for the season. What am I going to do with 60 RBIs? Nothing. Right? But look at Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez has 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. He's hitting 269. But he's just starting to heat up now. So I don't think we can pull the plug on these guys on Cinco de Mayo. Now, if it's Memorial Day and these guys still stink, then maybe we could have a different conversation. But right now, I don't think we can. Christian Yelich has 4 home runs and 111 at-bats. I thought this was a year he was going to have more power. Maybe, maybe not. He's got 18 RBIs. That's a good sign. I like the RBI total. I just don't like the home run total. What about Evan Longoria? He's injured. He's hitting 202. I know he's dealing with a foot injury. I got to hold him. Right? See, ask yourself this question. Let's say you have Evan Longoria. You want to offer him in a trade. What am I going to give you for Evan Longoria? The guy's hurt. Now, you need to have clever owners in leagues. And here's what I mean by that. So let's go back to Anthony Rizzo, right, which we touched upon earlier. And Anthony Rizzo, or maybe Trevor Story is even a better example. If somebody offered me Trevor Story, I'd take him. I absolutely would. You offer me Trevor Story in a league, and I'm going to take him from you. But, and here's the big but, I'm not giving you 100 cents on the dollar for him. No way. I might give you 80 cents on the dollar. Maybe if I'm in a bad mood, 75 cents. If I'm in a good mood, 85 cents on the dollar. But I'm not giving you what you think you should get for Trevor Story. See, the problem comes is that you want to get what you want for Trevor Story because you took him in the 3rd round, maybe the 4th. But I'm not going to give you a 3rd round guy for him. I'm giving you a 7th or 8th round guy for him. Why? Because he's hitting 160. Roned Odor is hitting 196. That's my starting infield in the FSTA league. Somebody calls me up and says, Dr. Roto, I want Odor and Story for you. I'm not giving them away. But the other owner is not going to pay me 100% of value either. Now, if he does pay me 100% of value, I probably take the deal. But ask yourself this question. Trevor Story's hitting 160. 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Don't I think he's going to end up hitting 260? If that's the case, doesn't that mean he's going to hit 300 for the rest of the year? Don't I think he's going to hit 25 home runs? That means he's going to give the next guy 19 home runs. Maybe he's going to hit 80 RBIs. So the next guy is going to be the beneficiary of 19 home runs and 65 RBIs. I'm a generous man, but I'm not that generous. Do you understand what I mean by that? It means I can't just give away these players, because if I do, I'm giving them to you and you reap all the benefit. What do I reap? The crap that you trade me. Right? Hey, Dr. Roto, I'll give you Logan Morrison. Oh, Logan Morrison? He's hitting 261 with 6 home runs. He looks good this year. Then I get Logan Morrison, and he only hits 230 with about 5 home runs the rest of the way. That happened last year with Brandon Moss. Some guy in my league was trying to trade Brandon Moss in the worst way. And he's like, Brandon Moss is a good player. I go, not when he comes to my team. I think he hits 5 home runs the rest of the year. Well, this guy's like, well, I'm sure he's going to hit 35. And I'm thinking, you're lying. There's no way he does. Because if you thought he was going to hit 35, you'd keep him. You know and I know that this guy's going to have a crappy second half and you want to trade him to me. Right? That's what fantasy baseball is. Understanding the peaks and valleys, you trading a guy in a valley to get a guy, and then hoping that you get him when he peaks. And then I trade you a guy who peaks, and then when I give him to you, he hits a valley. You want Brandon Moss? The dude's hitting 167. He's a turd ball. Oh, Travis d'Arnaud. I think he's improved his swing. He's hitting 203. Kendrys Morales. Oh my God, 225. This guy's going to be Edwin Encarnacion? I don't think so. He can't even hold his jock. So when you look for players, let's look and see who's got upside and who doesn't. I would trade in for Encarnacion right now. The guy's hitting 198 with 4 home runs. He always hits 30 home runs. Right? I want that. So look at your team and ask yourself who's overperforming and who's underperforming. If he's overperforming, I want to trade him. If he's underperforming, I want to be a buyer. If he's performing as the way he should, I probably am not going to sell him. Yangervis Solarte, hitting 278, 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. He's doing exactly what I thought he'd do in 100 at-bats. Probably more RBIs than I thought, but I figured 18 home runs and 280. So maybe the RBIs go down to about 85 or 90. There you go. He's doing exactly what I thought he'd do. So no need to trade him. Do you understand? It's a trick. The trick is trading guys when they're undervalued. Well, actually, trading guys who are overvalued for guys who are undervalued. And if you do that enough, you're a winner. Tim Anderson's hitting 198. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. When this year started, how many stolen bases did we think Tim Anderson would have? 30? And we thought he'd have 10 home runs? So the guy who gets him is going to get 8 home runs and 28 stolen bases. You want to trade him or you want to own him? You want to own him. You have to think that way. It's still too early in the season to give up on Tim Anderson. Could he be a pig? Maybe. But what if when you trade him, or what if when you drop him, he gets hot, and then he starts stealing bases? And then all of a sudden, by the All-Star break, the dude has 6 home runs and 12 stolen bases. How do you feel about that now? You feel like an idiot, don't you? I'm not saying you are an idiot. I'm saying you feel like an idiot. And that's the biggest problem. Right? That's the biggest problem when we play fantasy sports. Knowing when to pull the trigger on when to hold and give up. So I'm going to tell you the story. It pains me to tell you the story. It pains me. I want to give you the exact dates. Please hold. 1 minute. Please hold. Thank you for holding. Here we go. Tyreek Hill. It was week 3 or 4 that I picked up Tyreek Hill. He had a bye week in week 5. And week 6 against Oakland, he went 2 for 20. And I'm sure that was the week I dropped him. Now, I had him in 2 dynasty leagues, and I had him in a bunch of leagues in the online championship in the FFWC, Fantasy Football World Championships. But I know that in a couple of leagues I dropped him. And sure enough, what a mistake I made. I dropped this guy, and then all of a sudden, 1 for 38 and a touchdown, 5 for 98 and a touchdown, 10 for 89, 9 for 52 and a touchdown. Let's not forget the kick returns and the punt returns, which killed me. Right? What was the week? I think it was against Denver. 9 for 52 and a touchdown, 86 yards and a kick return for a touchdown. That killed me. That was the week I think I put up 175 points and lost to Frankie Fantasy, who put up like 183. I win that game, I'm winning the league. I lose that game, Frankie wins 10 Gs as the dominator. Good for Frankie. Shouldn't have happened because I should have had Tyreek Hill. But I got rid of him too early. And Frankie was astute enough to pick him up. Because I wasn't patient enough. I was patient in some leagues and not in others. I knew I liked Tyreek Hill. But at 2 for 20 against Oakland, he only had 2 targets. Man, this guy sucks. He doesn't suck. Of course he doesn't suck. If he sucked, I would have picked him up in the first place. I'm Dr. Roto. I don't pick up guys who suck. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself and say, I picked up this guy for a reason. There was something I saw in him that I liked. So let me trust my instincts, trust what I did in the beginning of the draft, and not move him. And if you do that, you should be successful, whether it's in baseball or football. Either way, you're going to be successful. So I want you to make a list. I want you to make a list of some players this weekend. Guys who are overvalued right now and guys who are undervalued right now. And I want you to look around your team and your league and ask yourself, who do I have who's overvalued? And who can I trade? And which undervalued guys can I get for them? You do that, and we hit it right, and you're going to win some fantasy titles. It's as simple as that. You are going to win some fantasy titles, and how excited am I going to be for you? I'm going to be very excited because you're going to be my rich friend. You are. You're going to be my rich friend. All right, so I want to introduce you to a website that you may or may not have heard before, and I think you probably have, but in case you haven't, it's called PlayFFWC.com. PlayFFWC.com. And there you're going to see the Fantasy Football World Championships. And you're going to see the drafts are available. Starter draft, slow draft by email, 5 spots left. Draft and go, sign up now. Online championship, got 7 spots left. FFWC Dynasty Startup, 5 spots left. Draft and go, let's get it started. You're going to go on to that page. You're going to see the drafts. You're going to see the fee and the prize pool. You're going to see the date. You're going to see the time. And you can enter. Let me see if there's any, and then let me see if we added this here. It says entrance, but can I see the entrance? I don't think so. But I can see who's going on here and who's involved. I put my name in. I get it all set. It's easy, right? And if you want to learn about it, you click the word learn, and then it gives you the list. So Dynasty Football World Championships gives you the rules, the scoring, what to do, how to understand it. It's very easy to be, very easy to understand, and fantasy football drafts are really starting now. Now, I know many of you right now are in the middle of baseball season, whether it's seasonal or DFS, but you know football's coming. You know football's coming. And if you did draft champions leagues before, don't forget the draft and goes. Draft and goes are awesome. You spent $150 for a draft champions league. Why wouldn't you spend $99 for a draft and go? It's the same preparation. It's the same preparation for your drafts. That's what we want. We want you to be prepared. We want you to succeed. Play FFWC.com. Play FFWC.com. Go there, register for your drafts. It's as simple as that. But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. I want to encourage you to go to scoutfantasy.com, enter the promo code ROTO, that's ROTO. You pay for 1 month, you get 2 more for free. You get access to our premium message boards. Who's in there? Me, Adam Rona, Sean Childs. Not some dude you've never heard of before. Go check out the daily articles by SD Chickens and Robbie Gariak. Guys are doing a great job this year. I'm very proud of what they do. Always trying to find you guys ways to win more money. Trust the process. Learn how to make lineups. Learn how to be a part of Scout Fantasy. Okay? I wish you guys a great Cinco de Mayo. And of course, a happy birthday to our friend and big member of the Scout Army, Heat Override. If you're listening, Heat, I wish you a happy birthday, my friend. One of the originators of the Scout Army with Chrissy Ray. Right? The Scout Army that began the midnight show with good old my friend Tommy G. All right, so what are we doing this weekend? We're going to have a good time. We're going to watch a Kentucky Derby. Love the horse Always Dreaming. And I like Irish War Cry. Like those two. I might box them with every other horse. And I'm going to go put down my list of overvalued and undervalued players and see if I can make some trades. All right, guys, wishing you a great day. Be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!